So remember how people have been like, oh, they're not going to touch Logan for Deadpool 3. They're not going to do this. Well, I think I just found out that they were lying to us the whole time. Let's get into the video. So I stand by that Marvel lies to us a lot more than we think when it comes to plots, because obviously they want to hide stuff. But Deadpool 3, I think I just cracked it. Okay, so obviously I have it in here. I took a photo of it. It's from the Empire magazine interview. Pretty much it was Hugh Jackman getting interviewed for Logan, and it is said, when asked how Logan director James Mangold reacted to his comeback, Jackman shared that he was really cool about it, and that he said essentially that Deadpool 3 would take place before and they would not affect Logan, so there would be no, he actually said this, quote unquote, so I wasn't going to screw with the claws popping out of the grave, so he was relieved by that, and he totally got it. He thought it was a good idea. So essentially they're saying that, oh, it's not going to come out of the grave. We're not going to have Logan be interfered with Deadpool. However, I was given this, or not really I wasn't. This was on Twitter, but then I reached out and talked with some people and whatnot, and this is what I came to conclusion with. So essentially, this went out. It was Deadpool, and he was saying no, and it was Logan. He was old. Obviously, this is a scene where he's dying right before he uses the serum, and then he ends up dying. Then Deadpool uses Cable's time travel device and de-ages Logan back into young Logan, hence much better. Will you help me? No, die. And then they get into that big old fight, and we see that big old fight where they're in the snow, and it's Wolverine versus Deadpool, and he's in that yellow suit. Now, the big thing about this is you're going to be like, okay, but they said they weren't going to touch Logan. That could be a different, like Wolverine from another timeline. They're not going to mess with it. Hear me out. They said they're not going to mess with the story. They didn't say they weren't going to mess with the rest of the story, or maybe just not the ending or anything. They were very, sublime, I guess you could say, subliminal on what they were actually talking about. That doesn't work. That word doesn't work. But anyways, they were very discreet on what they were talking about. And here, this might be like oh my gosh, you might be right. Check it out. Do you remember when My Time to Shine said they are filming a chase scene in the forest with multiple TVA agents? Remember that scene in Logan where he injects himself once again? The picture looks very much like the one right there on the top right. And then he goes, whatever he does. And he does the running and the jumping with the claws, stabbing and whatnot, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. That kind of is a thing. And I was also told some other things, like at the very beginning, Deadpool's going through like his monologue. Kind of remember in the first one where he's sitting on the bridge and he's like, ooh, and whatever. And he's talking and all that. Well, apparently in this one, he says he's going to go back and he's going to save Logan from dying. And he needs his help. They're saying that the dialogue may have changed and whatnot, but that's just what I was told. Once again, people talk on Reddit, people talk on a lot of places, and this person's pretty reliable. So I'm gonna believe what they have to say until something is changed or different. And this person is also a scooper, and they are very, very reliable. So I'm just gonna leave it with that. Who is it? I don't know. Do I talk to them a lot? I don't know. Guess you're going to find out soon. I know this was a short video. The New Year's is tomorrow. Well, New Year's Eve is tomorrow. But I thought I would just get you guys a little something. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty again. I really like it. And I just kind of needed a break from YouTube for a little bit. Been posting on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok still. But we're back in the game. Let's go.